So the crazy thing about this release is that this shoe right here that we're talking about, the Flu Games, the Flu Game 12s, me and Teddy, my son Teddy Turnup, we were really super excited about this release. But you know what? We didn't even go for them. I predicted this in my last video. You could pretty much call me Nostradamus at this point, but we already knew what it was, and we're pretty much done with all that BS. We're not chasing shoes anymore, and we're not begging Nike and Jordan Brand to take our money because it's absolutely ridiculous. At this point, we didn't even go for the release. We did no apps. We didn't get up. We didn't try. We slept in because you know what? We're throwing the white towel in, and a lot of people are too. But I'm going to come back and I'm going to tell you exactly how they did this on purpose right after I run you this, the dopest intro you ever seen in your life. What up, YouTube? OG Trap Jordan, back with another one, and you know what it is. Today we're here to talk about the BS with the Jordan 12 Flu Games and the FLX app crashing, supposedly. Well, I want to bring you back to my last video where I was talking about the fake hype and how they manufacture FOMO, the fear of missing out. And I actually clearly stated in that one of the reasons and one of the ways that they do that they give us that fake FOMO and that fake hype is these internet crashes. This has happened before, and you know what? These shoes weren't as limited as they said they were going to be, but they were still, in my opinion, pretty limited. From what I heard, it wasn't 20,000, it was 45,000, which is still pretty limited. If you compare it to how many people wanted to get their hands, if you compare it to the supply, it's supply and demand. If you give us 45,000 but a million people want these shoes, then that's pretty limited. Now, on the other hand, you could say, well, FLX just isn't equipped for that many people when they're trying to get in the app and then it crashes. Well, you know what? You're right. But here's the thing about that is they've been having problems with FLX for like the last 5 years, ever since it became FLX. So you can't tell me that it's not intentional, and you can't tell me that they couldn't do something about that at this point. Because if you look back, before the FLX, they had a different app, and if you remember, if you're an OG in the game and you just ain't just jumping in right now, but you were around back then, you would get on your app, you would put in your entry, and then you would go in the store and you would check in, and 9 times out of 10, you would get your pair. And they came out with this FLX app back in the day, about 5 years ago, because they said it was supposed to be better for us and we were going to have better chance at catching the W's, and ever since then, it's been some BS. And truthfully and honestly, they know that and they do not care. Like I said in the last video, it's manufactured FOMO, it's the fear of missing out, and it's also manufactured hype. They do this on purpose, they do it intentionally. There's a whole bunch of different ways that they do this, but that's one of them. And truthfully and honestly, they ain't getting my money no more if I have to beg them. I'm not gonna do this with them anymore. I'm not gonna keep begging. Look at behind me. I have like thousands of pairs, not thousands of pairs, but I have over 100 and some pairs of retros. I've been doing this for years. I've given Nike and Jordan Brand thousands of dollars, and I'm not falling victim to the crazy psychology and how they manipulate us and they trick us anymore. That's why I didn't get up this morning, like I said in the intro. And it sucks because for me and little Teddy Turnup, this was a really special shoe. This is one of the shoes that we did our first video on, and we got, like, back then, it was like 11 months ago, we got a little bit of views for a new YouTube channel, and we were really excited about it. We've been excited. That actually, after years of talking about doing a YouTube channel, when we found out this was dropping, that actually motivated us to come in the room and make our first video. It was real super low budget and cheesy, but we still look back at it and laugh, and we loved it, and we were really excited about this because we wanted it to be something special when it came out. But we've seen what's going on lately. We see how they're tricking us this year, and the truth is that a lot of people are gonna come in this game, they're gonna be new in this game, and they're gonna keep going for this. But you know what? At the end of the day, Jordan Brand is really turning off a lot of its loyal customers from back in the day, the ones that really count, the ones that have been around for a very long time, that have shelled out a lot of money, that have invested their lives into this, that have had YouTube channels, that not just YouTube channels, but just are real true to the culture sneakerheads, are really getting sick of it. And I predicted this last year when people were getting mad at me because I said these are breaking and there'll be a problem, and people were like, what's the problem? Well, this is the problem right here. Jordan Brand doesn't like their shoes sitting, so they play with us, yada yada yada. You know what it is. We've talked about that time and time again, but the truth is, I know that you guys might not be able to understand this, but when they crash the internet, they They did that back in the day with a lot of shoes. During COVID it happened, and then even since COVID, for me, like the FLX, I've always had a problem with the FLX. I've been in the stores, I've made phone calls, I've tried to figure out why I never hit. I don't know if maybe it's because I'm out of town sometimes and I'm not in the range like for my local stores, but sometimes I am and I still don't hit, and I really don't know what it is. But I honestly, in some weird way, think that they can actually intentionally do this. I think they can crash this. And if you don't believe me, look at my last video before this even happened, and I was talking about how they manipulate us, and I was saying that they do this. This was one of the things that I said they do on purpose, and now you wake up on Saturday morning and here we are. The FLX app had crashed, people were mad, people couldn't get in, people are standing in lines, and people are begging for this shoe. You're begging Jordan Brand and Nike to give you your hard-working money. Imagine the psychology that takes. Imagine begging somebody to be with you. Imagine begging somebody to be your friend. You're begging somebody who has a product for sale, please take my money so I can buy your product. It's actually reverse. It's supposed to be the other way around. They're supposed to be convincing us to buy this product, and we're supposed to be like, I don't know, do I want to spend my hard-earned money? But instead we're like, you know what, I really please take my money. It's kind of sick and it's kind of deranged, and at this point I'm really fed up with it. And hey, I might sound like a broken record with some of the stuff that I'm saying, but a lot of the stuff that I'm saying makes sense, and I know a lot of you can feel me on this. So this time I just bowed out gracefully. I got my old pair. I wanted to go for a pair for Teddy. These are still in good shape for me. Teddy's got plenty of shoes. He's gonna get plenty of shoes. He's still gonna get plenty of shoes, and I'm still gonna make Teddy a sneakerhead, and he's still gonna get shoes when we can get them, but I'm not gonna go chasing these shoes, and I'd advise you guys not to do it, because the truth is, and honestly, at the end of the day, if we all just stopped spending, it would be just like it was for the last 2 years. Nobody was spending, so guess what was happening? The resellers kept buying up all the shoes and then realizing they couldn't get rid of them, so they would sit on them and then the prices would drop. If we could do that, that would happen again. But you guys don't understand what's going on, so you guys just think that, oh my god, everybody's going after these, I gotta go get mine, and I gotta pay that resale. I got FOMO, the fear of missing out, and you guys are really throwing a monkey wrench in the game. You guys are really messing things up. And it's not everybody, it's the YouTubers' fault. It's Nike's marketing. It's the way they do these things. It's the way they create scarcity. It's the way these things crash. It's everything always happens, whether it's a train heist or something happened in inventory, or the shoes got moldy, or the internet crashed, or whatever it is. You think it's a coincidence that this stuff happens every time right before a drop, and all of a sudden they're super hyped up and everybody's got to go get them, and then the retail price or the resale price skyrockets through the roof. If you guys think that this isn't by design, then I don't know what to tell you. I could talk till I'm blue in my face, and if you don't believe me, it is what it is. But for me, I'm not chasing these shoes. If I can get them, I can get them, and if not, you know what? Nike and Jordan Brand can pretty much kiss my ass, and it is what it is. But I'm OG Trap Jordan. You know what it is. If you like my content, please go ahead and subscribe so you can get some more, so you can get notified every time I drop one of these. And with that being said, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.